It is the final week of Season 1, 2021. We, for me anyway, is on home ground. This was World War II Airport. I grew up 90 minutes from this circuit. I lived in Miami. I happen to also be 90 minutes from this place. It's bumpy, it's long, it's challenging, and now that we are in the month of March, you will see this place often. Welcome to Sebring. Greetings, everyone. All About the Gyro here from a sunny and slightly cool, slightly damp, moderately sunny Nashville. Today, for me, are the last races of the season. So we'll be taking a well-earned break starting tomorrow for a full week. We'll come back on Thursday of week 13. And looking at what has been announced already, it's very exciting. And next week, I will disclose formally which series I will be driving in. Now, sadly, this series will not be on that itinerary for the near future. This is the IMSA Online Sports Car Championship, and this is our final run in this championship for the near future. Our goal today is to accomplish 50% of the laps, and this is our 9th race in IMSA, which means we will get a drop score. And that way we get our racing credit for completing 8 races of a sufficient length. Also, it's going to act as my first practice for the 12 hours of Sebring. We are in the car that Yuri Kasdorp has said this is the car you want to be in. One of the fastest drivers in all of iRacing. Did a bunch of testing and said this is a car you need to be in, a Ferrari 488. So our swan song here to IMSA. And the whole purpose is to have a clean 45 minutes and depart series. So as we go along through the race, the good Lord willing, I will be discussing the reasons why we are leaving the IMSA series, and we'll share a little bit of insight of some of the series that I am interested in racing in Season 2. I will tell you that GTE racing is still going to have a prominent role on the channel, but there's some surprisingly good schedules in series that
the leader
has
just done a
expecting.
156.79.
And I think it will be good for me to race in those series as time permits. So we're here basically at home. So Sebring, 3.7 miles, very pumpy. VRS was here last week, and there was a lot of carnage in those races. It is Tuesday, for those who are watching this on YouTube, it's Tuesday. March the 2nd, when this comes to be raced. So our goal is, like I said, to finish. Get a halfway decent finish would be nice. And then see where we're at. We set a rather ambitious goal of, could we get into the top 10% in our division, driving a brand new car, new style of racing, and it's been challenging, to say the least. Our best finish is P4 at the Daytona Road Course, 75 minutes, but there has been far too often situations that have not gone in our favor. So, but here we are. We're here. It's great to be here. And wanted to get this one last race in. And so, yeah, we're looking at the calendar. And trying to plan our season 2 campaign. So in season 2, you're going to have Sebring, you're going to have Indianapolis 500, Coca-Cola 600. You're going to have the resumption of the VLN series, an upper ring endurance series. Trying to remember if there's anything else like 24 hours of spa, 6 hours at the Glen, etc. But you get the point. There is going to be some special races, but right now our safety rating is 2.6, so as long as we don't do anything stupid, we're going to keep our A license, which will be an accomplishment considering how challenging it has been to keep it. And we'll talk about that during the broadcast today. So I want to make sure that since this is my last stream, I want to send out some thank yous to some groups of people. So we're going to wait and spawn into the race session here, and then as it happens, first of all, most importantly for me anyway, I give thanks to God for bringing me through. It's been a very hard few months for me in the personal life, in the mental and physical health department, but we are overcoming a little bit day by day. So I give thanks to him first and foremost. I want to give thanks to Snail Racing, great community over there, growing like a weed. So it's definitely hectic there, but Annie and Larry, they're trying to do some good things there. Mountain Trout Racing Concern, the team I did a few endurance races with, and really we have a core dynamic. I hope that group builds out a little bit more. Also to Turn 7 Racing, I'm very hopeful that I will get to race with them at Sebring. I wanted to do Bathurst with them, but between work and life and everything, it just didn't work out the way I had hoped. So we are the number 32 car in this. So we have a 34, a 35, and a 39. So, and here is all the entries. Should be 39 is the maximum. So I only have 1, 2, 3 drivers behind me. So no GT3s, so we'll probably grid instead of starting from the pit lane. But yeah, when I think the Trout, they've been great. Turn 7 Racing also. And also International Endurance Team. IET recently campaigned at Bathurst, and they're getting stuff together, so that's very encouraging to see that group come together. And lastly, I want to thank some few specific people. First and foremost, the Danish Dynamo himself, Kurt Hall Jensen, who this season I've had the privilege of enjoying his content, but also his healthy pragmatism and his wisdom on things on iRacing. And very thankful for Kurt. And Kurt, slowly but surely, has gotten me to start driving the Ferrari, and I now understand why. So I want to give a shout out to him, also to Weber's Racing, the Paul Webster. He, in a very difficult period, reached out to me, really just showed class. And it's so humbling to know that you are seen when you're in the struggle. And he has been wonderfully supportive. Welshie Boy, he's been wonderful as well. I want to make sure I give him some love too. And of course, the Australian contingent. You know, Daniel Gray and Fleegers and Cass and others for the fun that they've had. And of course, if you're going to mention that group, you got to mention Stig and Cheatham. You got to group them into that as well. And I know I'm missing some people, like Russell from Finding Speed comes to mind. I want to give him a shout out for his track guides. His track guides have been invaluable for me as I made the jump to GTE. But to anyone else that I have missed in terms of streamers and such, I want to say thank you for being who you are, for keeping us entertained, and for trying your best. Now, I also want to give out 2 shout outs to setup shops, PDS and Craig's Setup Shop. Today we're using Craig's once again. Having those 2 setup shops have been very beneficial. And lastly, the iRacing. iRacing is in a very interesting period right now. Lots of growth, but ACC, R Factor 2, definitely trying to compete. And they're trying to improve the product. But, you know, they have a very challenging job. And I have to say, more often than not, they do get it right. They do get it right. So I want to make sure that they get a little bit of love too, because with the rowdiness and the randiness that this crowd can have, yeah, they can have some struggles. So track temp 104 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's 40 degrees Celsius. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. And in our splits, we have some D5s, 3 D10s, respect. So what division we're going to end up in? I think we're going to go right back down to 8. We went up to 6 and just got our butts handed to us. So I'm expecting the 2 divisions we gained, we're going to have to give it back. And good afternoon to you, Welsh. So I'm expecting a 2 division drop. But I'm okay with that. I was expecting 1 division of drop, just moving to GTE. The second one, though, as I will comment on during the race here, and you're probably going to see it play out within the first lap of why this is our last race in IMSA. So our sole purpose, drive halfway, get our credit, hopefully have a good finish. It's the start of the prep work for the Sebring 12 hours. And leave this series with our head held high. We have been victimized more than our fair share in this sophomore season. So, yeah, I will have some videos posting during my 7 days that I am away on the YouTube channel. So make sure you give a gander at that. And when I come back, there will be a video on YouTube saying this is what we're racing. So during this race, I'm going to discuss some of the series where their schedules are pretty good. And because of that, the interest level. So we got about 2 minutes left. So we are the number 32 car. There's only 3 cars ahead of me. Going over to prototype, you have 33 and then 6, 7, and 8 ahead. So yes, what car would I want to race here? Sebring, this one. The Ferrari is the car around here for GTE. The BMW.
New fastest lap for Fernandez, 159.33.
The BMW around here loses the rear end a lot. So, very difficult circuit on the BMW. Because the BMW has a nice natural oversteer. Here, with the bumps, it's rough.
The leader has just done a 158.13.
Corvette is really good here until the last 15 minutes. Then the front tires are completely gone. And the Vets will struggle around here from 30 minutes on. Porsche, as usual, very good. But the Porsche and the Vet are 0.2 off of the Ferrari. So Ferrari last week at Monza, the surprisingly good car, very comfortable to drive. Here at Sebring, not as much as a surprise. Last week with VRS, the Ferrari GT3s had a pretty good day of it. All right, so we had the 34 car qualify, so we should be on the next to last or the last row here. All right. All right, we're going to grid up for the last time. Many thanks to Craig Setup Shop for providing these setups. I am a paying customer. I used my own money to get this set up. But we're going to grid it up one more time. Nope, today it's going to be, today is all about finishing. This is the first formal GTE run at Sebring since week 1 in European Sprint Series. Track surface is 40 degrees Celsius, so it's hot. So we got Porsche right there. So yes, I'll take all the luck I can get, and I am probably going to hang back because the memes of Sebring being a crash fest here at turn 1, which is Christensen, turns 2, and then the hairpin down at turn 5. They're very, very real the first 2 laps. Very, very real. So
the air temp is 77 Fahrenheit, B25.
45 minutes.
Follow car number 28.
Mandatory pit stop. I will probably try to get this car as light as I can. Okay, I think there's some people starting from the lane. Make sure my brakes are right.
Catch up to car number 28.
So, number 6, 8, and 20 cars starting from the lane, they may be onto something. Because it's going to be bonkers. Because they're going to start, even though they're on cold tires, they have the right strategy. And if it wasn't for the fact that I'm already in the back because of my number, I would be on the pit lane too. That's how bad Sebring can get around here. Carnage. Remember, we have prototypes in front of us. Okay, we just had a blinker. I don't know if you saw that. So I'm in second gear here. So this corner that we're coming to, this hairpin, is incredibly challenging. So I've been braking right about here at 500, slowing the car down, so these are in feet. But notice the concrete right here, a lot of cars will go off. Expect that. Tight hairpin, very, very challenging. And the GTE cars are going very, very slow, so I don't mind this. Is we will probably start right before the backstretch here. So the pace car speed is 100 kilometers per hour, 60 mph. This corner will catch people out, so Right here, you want to go a little wide. Car run a little wide. Here. So we're going to get ready to start here real quick. I'm going to start back here.
Okay, Dwayne, here we go.
All right, get ready.
Go,
Last
go, go.
race of the season is go. I'm expecting carnage. Just like that. A little touchy-touchy. Alright, first time into Sunset. This is going to be bonkers. I'm expecting a wreck here. See how bumpy the car is. Alright, everybody was nice. And away we go. Fourth gear here into turn 1.
There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like Sid, yellow flag.
Okay. You take that 1X and you think you're lucky stars there. So cold tires here, you have to be extremely careful because this surface is concrete in real life. So, expecting some carnage here.
Incident in Cunningham. We think it might be Fernandez.
Yep, you take the 1X there knowing you're not hitting 4.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
This is where intelligence matters a lot. So,
There's an incident in Gendebien. It looks like it's Sid.
that's cold tires. And my pursuer just went off behind me. Give this car a little bit of respect. Feel the bump there. Porsche is pretty good over the bumps on full fuel. So remember, the fuel tank's up front.
20th place.
Pretty happy with that. Good opening lap. Caution. So 2 laps to get the tires up to temp here. Just trying to drive very carefully. I am the 32 car, so I'm well down the order. Yep. Hear the skid there because of the transition from asphalt.
Okay, Dwayne, the next car is Daniels.
So anyone in a BMW is definitely going to be a target of mine. This corner can catch you out here. Just driving super cautious now. Yeah, this is a classic circuit of it will tell you if you're over ambitious. You see with that BMW. He just ran it wide. Easy, and you want to get on the gas here, but you can't because of this run out, because the camber is adverse. You don't get any help from the camber. Just rolling it in here in Sunset. Alright. I'm going to gain a spot.
P19. That lap was a 205.46.
So my pace around here, when everything comes together, is actually competitive. I run 203s around here. Just plenty fast for this split. Car under me here. Feel the brakes as lock up on the transition.
The gap to Daniels in front is now 2.3.
That's fine. That second degree right-hander behind me catches a lot of people out. It's tighter than you think. Starting to wheel me in just a little bit. You're going to see cars go wider and wider as they lose grip here in Sunset. Just want to keep it clean. BMW's good here.
Incident in turn 5. We think it might be Schneider.
Is in this little sequence, getting out of the hair, all the way through the hairpin. BMW's very good here. Let off the brake very easy there. Otherwise the car gets nervous. We're not going to fight anyone. I can get through that a little quicker.
On your left, clear left.
That's very nice. That is, I believe, a position that was
Schneider is getting closer. The gap's come down to 1.6. They're quicker than us entering the hairpin.
I wonder if he's got some steering problems. So you try to be tight here in Sunset. There's a bump right in the middle that wants to shoot you in the little wall. So you just have to be very patient.
B17.
Alright, we're up 2 more spots. Just being sensible. 1X, I'll be very happy.
The gap to Daniels ahead is now 2.1.
So right now the BMW will be at its best. Thank you, Welsh. Good to see you. Alright. Can we get top 15? Mark and Jirka have found some pace. Snyder's out. How wide it throws you out if you're not careful.
Okay, Dwayne, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Okay, Nico is ahead of me.
That was a 204.65. Car right, clear right. Blue flag.
That is the prototype.
Faster car behind, left side. Clear left, car left. Clear left, car left. Clear left. Blue flag.
Nico was in the lane there. So he went down the lane.
Right side. Clear right. Our fuel window will open after 27 minutes and closes after 36 minutes. There's an incident in Cunningham. Don't let this guy intimidate you. They're quicker than you entering the hairpin.
Also, driving to conserve my tires. Driving to a plan. The last 15 minutes. That's when I think everybody's going to start having issues.
The next car is Daniels. Blue flag. Alright, Dwayne, there's a faster class car approaching.
Okay, and that is Mr. Jesus.
Car left.
Nope.
Clear left.
You dove it right in there, didn't you?
Car left. There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like Wheeler. Clear left. Blue flag. Come on, mate, defend your position. There's an incident in the hairpin. It looks like it's Wells. On your right, clear left. Clear all round, left side. There's a group of faster cars behind. Hold your line, clear left. Left side, blue flag. Still there, clear left, car left. Hold your line, clear left.
Nope, that is not on me. That is not my fault. I gave plenty of room.
Incident in the hairpin. It looks like Wheeler.
car feels okay though. I only got 1X for it, so. Yeah, the car's okay. I just got bumped there. And the thing is the LMP2s, they got their own race, admittedly. Just gotta give me a little bit of room over there, and they didn't. I think that was a pure racing incident, to be fair. I'm only on 2X. So continue to drive to the plan. Number 12 car is in the lane. Alright.
P18. There's an incident in turn 5.
That's the hairpin. That's Matthew Daniels.
Yellow flag, caution.
Hurry up. Who's behind me? Oh, right there. Wow. Okay. Come on there, guy. I know you're trying to figure out the steering, but situational awareness. Okay, and Jirka may have been affected by that. Alright. I expect this guy to go in the lane. I just don't want to lose too much time. Maybe trying to nurse the car home. He's checking the steering. You can tell by the movement.
The gap in front is now 4.1.
Okay, are you going to let me by?
Car left, clear left, blue flag.
Let me by. Are you let me by? I lost about 3 seconds here to Jirka. But Jirka may have issues of their own. We'll find out here. So, why am I leaving the IMSA series? Well, first thing is the toxic chat has been awful in this series. I do mean awful. So much so that I've had to put in protests just for chat. Which, to me, if you don't play well in the sandbox, why are you here? That's the first big question. Secondly, oh, yeah, that is definitely an off track. Secondly is the driving standards have been pretty poor. This has actually not been too bad so far. For driving standards.
Okay, Dwayne, you've
Yeah.
used half your fuel.
I have taken out a lot. Then, of course, we had Spa. And between Road America and Spa, that's what made the decision very straightforward for me. Exit the series. So if you're not having fun, don't do it. having any fun.
There's a car leaving the pits.
So I wanted to have
The car in
fun.
front is Willis.
Willis is in the lanes. I don't know if they're behind or not. They took the giant undercut strat. We're already 20 minutes in. We're only on 3X, so I'd like to stay on that.
There's a faster car approaching.
It's 8th place.
Blue flag. Car right.
Here.
Right side's clear. Blue flag.
There you go. Made it easy on him. Tires are still doing really good. Alright, so far this is going to plan. 23 minutes and change left. So one more lap. We'll have... I gotta be careful here because I went a little wide. There we go. Car rotate.
Alright, Dwayne, relax, focus, keep it smooth. P17.
So I'm below 203s is my pace here. And I think on low fuel, 202. Plenty of pace. I try to keep my tires nice and neat. That's the other thing I try to do. So Jirka and Scott are in it, but Jirka has yet to hit.
There's an incident in Cunningham. We're halfway home. We think about 14 minutes of fuel left. There's an incident in Collier.
Alright. It is now official. I'm going to get my racing credit. Now, can I maximize championship points so I can get a needed drop? That's next up on the itinerary. Sebring's such a great circuit. You're going to see it a lot. Come back for season 2. So, what are the series that I am looking to race? So, we're going to keep doing GTE, European Sprint Series, European Endurance Series. Absolutely. Definitely intending to do those. Really looking to expand my endurance program. AT Endurance and BRS Endurance.
15th place. Your last lap time was at 2:03.56.
Now, also looking at the calendars.
Incident in turn 1. We think it might be Bar.
Bar had just pitted, so I wonder if he lost it. So, Spec Racer 4 in Formula Sprint. Indy Crow Porsche Cup, V8 supercars, they all have pretty good schedules. And DRS looks reasonable too, I have to say.
Focus on the exits. We can go faster here. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
I know we can go faster. I want to keep my tires to the end. Kimasabe. I have a plan.
Blue flag. You're being caught by the LMP2 runners.
So, I did get a...
Car right. Clear right.
I did get a couple of Discord messages saying, hey,
Incident
you've been
in sunset. Blue flag.
You've been in the Ferrari a lot.
Car right. Clear right.
Don't hit the wall. Okay. That was a calculated risk, because when the marbles are out there...
Okay, Dwayne, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
You better hope the car can turn. And, so they were like...
P13.
Porsche a lot. And then you change
The car behind's a faster class.
Now you're
Blue
in
flag.
Ferrari. Well, I can tell you, Ferrari and I have really started to work well together. I like the feel of the Ferrari.
Left side.
A good mechanical grip.
Clear left.
So I let off the brake there. Keep from locking out.
We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
10 minutes. Let's get really good mechanical grip.
You're reeling. Daniels. In. The gap's now 5.9 seconds. Blue flag.
That is Mateus.
The car ahead is Daniels.
I am catching up to somebody.
There's a faster car behind. We're racing them for position so there'll be no blue flag. That was a 202.44. On your left. Clear left. Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
2024. It's my fastest lap. It's because I've saved my tires. I'm on light fuel as well. Very happy with that. I wonder if I can get 201. Get 201. That would be
There's an
awesome.
incident in the hairpin. It looks like it's Fitzgerald.
Yep. It's Mr. Gavin, unfortunately. Just trying to be very smooth right now. Now, Mark has, I believe, pitted. Mateus is going hard up there. You can see him blocking up the car. This is the part of the race for the Porsche. have just a fraction of struggle. However, we've gone deep into the steps.
Yellow flag, watch out. There's an incident in Sunset. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. There's a car rejoining. P12.
Got 3 laps to run, so we're going to pit here. I have to say though, almost lost it there. Got on the grass there. I don't know if Matt has pitted yet.
The gap to Daniels ahead is now 3.2.
Don't want to touch the curbs very often here at Sebring. Ferrari's got really good mechanical grip and handles some curbs.
Okay, Dwayne, the next car is Daniels.
Relatively balanced. Feel both the front and the rear.
5 minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. It's bleeding his pace.
The leader's pitting now.
We're going to come in the next time. We're going to cover. See if we can jump Matthew here.
P10.
Alright, we're in P10.
The guy in front is Wells.
Not for long. Okay, gotta drive really smooth now. In lap and out lap. It's so important around here. Pit entry is challenging. Third of the way around.
Blue flag. Faster car approaching. This guy's the class leader. Right side's clear. Blue flag.
Alright, so now we're gonna pit. The pit entry here is scary.
You've got 1 gallon left.
Show you how I do it here. I slow way down.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright. Gotta be careful on power off. Okay. So very good. 12 liters, so right around 3 gallons, I think.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Blue flag. Okay, Dwayne, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Incident in Christensen. We think it might be Martinez. There's a faster class car behind.
Second place car just lost it right there. That was Stephen Brown. Don't use first gear now because the tires are warm.
Car right. Clear right. You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 6.7 seconds.
We're in 14th here. Splendid. Top 15 I'm very happy with. And get P13. I have enough car,
Blue flag.
tires, and talent.
There's a faster car approaching.
Time.
On your right. Clear right.
So we had good in-lap and good out-lap. Which I've not had too much of that in IMSA this season. So to do it here is really good. Gained a second on Owen. P13.
P12.
P12. Can I possibly hit top 10? We'll see. Yeah, the Ferrari, I've really started trusting the Ferrari. And when you find a car you can trust, at my low skill rating, that's a car you need to drive. So expect to see a lot of
There's an
Ferrari.
incident in Cunningham. There's an incident in Collier.
You see a fair bit of Ferrari on the channel. Alright. Another second change. Has Owen chewed up his tires? That's the question. How damaged is his car?
There's an incident in Le Mans.
Up here. Struggling, and that is a BMW, I believe. And if that is so, he is going to struggle all the way home. The Porsche? Maybe. We're coming. Notice how bad the car is pushing now. I didn't get the car slowed down quickly enough. 3 seconds.
Alright, Dwayne, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Fuel is not a problem. It's race distance for P12. We're starting in the back. Don't want to throw this championship position away.
The gap in front has increased to 3.4 seconds.
This should ensure my 10%, top 10% finish in my division. He may have found some pace there. Let's put a second on me here. It's good on him for the respond. He didn't panic. A lot of drivers would be panicking. But he's not. He's shown some grit here. You know, he's had some adventures.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Stay calm, keep it smooth.
So much respect to him. Just trying to pull out some time now. I've made no changes to this setup. No brake bias, no nothing. I'll tell you right now, car feels wonderful. Craig's has really got a great set this week for Sebring, and the 10th place guy is off, it looks like. So that should jump us one position. I think I got 2 laps here.
P11.
Top 10, if something happens ahead of me, it's on the cards. Now, I did notice I raced a little bit earlier in the day than what I have been doing. And catch this guy on acceleration here. Alright. This is the race I was hoping to have in IMSA throughout the season.
The gap ahead is now 4.4.
And I haven't had enough of. Give Owen credit here. He has managed the situation. Run out of Le Mans here. I think I got one more lap here. I'm gonna have to find a small miracle. Hit P11.
There's an incident in Sunset.
Is that him? Is that him? Okay, he's had a little bit of a bother.
Heads up, there's a car exit in the pits.
Hello, Heinrich, how are you? I'm a little busy.
2 minutes to go, 2
Hope
minutes.
you don't mind. Trying to get this guy ahead of me. He's in a BMW, which is not the car you want to be in around here. GTE. Yeah. I have chased this guy down from 15 seconds adrift. I'm going to get a bonus slap here, and I'm only on 3X. Exactly the performance you want to have.
Okay, Dwayne, 5 minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes.
That BMW, the rears are his problem right now. Okay, if I get off of the Le Mans corner up here, I'm in the draft with a lap run. Next right-hander is Le Mans. Just gotta cut corner, yep.
You'll need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
easy way to cheat this slowdown. I'm going to show you it.
Blue flag. There's a faster class car approaching. Left side. Clear left.
Oh my god, dude.
Left side. Clear left.
Why
Incident
are you
in
going
sunset.
there? I lost the car, but I got 0x. Okay. Well, I actually lost like 0 time.
White flag, one more lap. We're running on fumes, mate.
Just gonna go by now. I will apologize to Russell here in a moment. It's not his fault.
Thank you.
Sorry, Russell, I locked up right in the middle of sunset there. Didn't mean to hit you.
Good life, good life.
I think that's going to end our challenge here because that little skid has warmed up the front tires. I can feel the push.
There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like it's Daniels. 1 gallon remaining.
Okay, we're going to have enough fuel to get it home.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Alright, that's 0x again, so we were very fortunate. So, started dead last. Drove a very consistent race. And, barring anything unusual, P11, I may get some pretty good gains here. Give credit to Owen, he held his nerve. You're seeing me chase him down from 15 seconds behind. The better car.
Incident in turn 1.
And that is P11.
P11. Okay, it's over. Good drive.
So, let's look at the only 3X. Very nice. Let's look at the results. So, I started basically dead last. And, got in the middle of the GTE field. That's a great way to end the IMSA Championship season. Yes, this is the last one for the year for me, and I needed to race it because at Spa, I didn't race 50% of it. I left the session before I had done 50% time, so I had to do this to get my racing credit. And since this is my last IMSA race for a while, I wanted a good show, and I think I have done that. I'm very, very pleased with this performance. Because guess what? Heinrich, look at this. The sloth of snail racing is in the top half of the GTE. Top half. Notice this. Notice this. 18 below and only 11 ahead. This has been a good day. And on 3X. Yes, the sloth has done a thing. So farewell to you, IMSA. You have been wild and crazy. Ferrari, my God, you're such a great car to drive. I am starting to really like the 488, especially here at Sebring. So, let's see what our results are for the final race of the season, because I'm going on sabbatical for the next week. And, oh, the results are ready, so let me cut you over. Yeah, Suzuka So in the Discord, and if you are not a member of the Snail Racing Discord, first of all, stop being communist. Second of all, stop being a stooge. And third of all, join the darn Discord. It's a fantastic Discord. In that Discord, you will see how I have said Suzuka is the circuit that tests everything about the driver and the car. There's no gimmies at Suzuka. So if you have a good result, yeah, there you go. Heinrich's in there. He knows what's up. That's a smart man right there. But you'll see why I believe Suzuka is one of the top circuits, period, in all of iRacing, because you can race that car, race that circuit in nearly any car that is over 200 brake horsepower. Now that is a good way to finish the season. So, after everything we've went through this season, we are basically back to where we were when we started in the first full season. We were right about this iRating before we went all the way up to 1417, then all the way back down to the low 700s. The last few races I've had, I have been scoring 0.24, so my A license is very well secured. Plus 32, so the last races I've had is plus 32, plus 35, plus 31. Are my last 3 races. Consistency pays off in iRacing. So, but to finish my thought about Suzuka, any car that is 200 horsepower or more, it's perfect. If you're less than 200 horsepower, do one of the smaller ones. Do either Suzuka East or Suzuka West. Don't do the full GP. Because, for example, in the Skippy, if you're having to do the full circuit, 3.6 miles, you are spending so much time on the throttle. Because it's just long. And it takes forever to get to a corner. But yeah, Suzuka is in my top 5 circuits in real life in the world. And it's my favorite one on iRacing, and it's definitely in my top 3 in any simulation. You can quote me on that. It's just that good. It is great for GT3 racing. It's one of the unique circuits that races both cars and motorcycles very well. It has every type of corner you want. It's a good length. You need mechanical grip. You need aerodynamic grip. You have to have awareness as a driver. It will teach you how to defend. It will teach you how to overtake. It's fantastic. So, with that, my friends, I'm going to bid you adieu for now. I will be back on Thursday, March 11th. Week 13 shenanigans. Hockenheim is getting released next week. And I will share at that time what my season 2 calendar is going to be. So good night to you, Heinrich. Good night to all those on Twitch and YouTube. It's been an awesome season, even with all the craziness. We've gotten through it together. So for the final time, I'll get to say this. Make sure you take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Godspeed.